Hello and welcome, this is Skinner, and we're back with some more of the Mother Consumer Products playthrough of Stellaris using the MegaCorp DLC. Things have been going pretty well for me at the moment. We are able to get a Federation formed, and I expect it to expand in the near future. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. So, I think we're still building up trust with them, but I also expect the Imperium Observer to have a pretty strong possibility of being able to get them involved as well. As a matter of fact, can we do that research agreement yet? No. But again, we should be building up trust, I would imagine anyway, with these guys. And then, you know, these guys, we're going to look to get them into the Federation, but they're going to be pretty resistant from my side. But I'm hoping that the Imperium Observer can get them in. So that's what we're hoping for anyway. Is there anything we can do with these guys that we haven't already done? I have a feeling no. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, we're a pretty friendly status with them, so that's good. Our planets are doing pretty well. Oh, one thing I haven't looked at in a while is... Okay, so these guys just recently got into the... I think it was 50 population? I could be wrong, it may be 40, but they just recently got here. It's probably 50, yeah. Okay. Let's see about these other ones. I have a feeling these are still growing. Yeah. We also have a possibility of doing things in this area, but I actually honestly don't know if we could, because they're at war. Or if it would be a good idea. Ooh, that's not what we want. We want the planet. There we go. It's mostly just from a cost standpoint. We can't afford it. Okay. Well, that's something we're going to keep an eye on. Hopefully these guys don't get killed in the war. I'm going to try and keep an eye on that as well as we go. But still, the game plan remains the same, to expand as much as we can, because we still have a lot of naval capacity to fill out. We are still trying to expand into these different systems, although we're getting there. Right now, I'm looking to just exploit resources, which it looks like we can afford at this point. So let's go ahead and grab this guy and say build a research station. Every little bit of research is going to help us to try and overcome our main rivals, who are quite a bit ahead of us, unfortunately. They're actually the most powerful empire, I think, in the galaxy that isn't like a fallen empire. So, unfortunately, they're right next to us, and they are rivals. Although that's more my decision than anything else.
Identified.
We'll just leave that be for now. Interestingly enough, there's like no resources in here. Oh, no, there is. I was not zoomed in enough. Okay, research. This one's not all that excited for, but let's see what we get instead. Fleet command limit. That actually is going to be a question of what is our current fleet command limit. It looks like 80. Yeah, so we could maybe use that. But let's look at our other technology available. Okay, so we've got Fleet Academy, which does what? Ship starting experience. So that could be good. And it's a starbase building. Okay. Naval Logistics Office. Anchorages give us plus... Oh, so this is really... we have a number of anchorages at this point, so this would actually be pretty useful. Yeah, I think this one is kind of... We're leaning towards. This would be an upgrade to the Holo Theater. It takes consumer goods, which is something we're very much lacking at the moment. Well, I think this is so good, I have to take this one, because we get more naval capacity. Yeah, we do have a limit on how big our fleets could be, but we could always have more fleets. It doesn't limit how we could use admirals and things. But I think this is the one that's the best out of the three that we have available, even though this one's pretty good. And it's cheap, so we would be able to get it quickly. I think we go with this one. Fortunately, we don't have any bonuses towards it from our different science agreements. Alright, well, anyway, that wasn't a bad little pickup. That doesn't mean...
complete.
Okay, so you built the one. We do have enough minerals to build the other. But yeah, minerals continue to be pretty tight at the moment. As do a lot of our resources, honestly.
Potential market survey completed.
Okay, so I know there's a number of anomalies in here. So let's just go ahead and grab the one that's the closest first. And then we'll go ahead and do over here, it looks like. I'm hoping that's doing its thing. If I could, I'd blow these guys up. But they're currently neutral, so it's not like I can do things like that. At least I don't think so. Alright, let's continue. We're not that far away from getting that other tech, which is pretty important. This one here, 2 months. And then we're working towards advanced shields. This is taking quite a long time, unfortunately.
Research actualized.
All right, there it is. All right, now what can we get? Plasma thruster. That sounds really good. It would make us go faster. We've got robot stuff. One of those in particular, droid workers, could be pretty important. Robopops are capable of most pop jobs, but are unable to perform ruler jobs and more complex specialist jobs. So we have a lot of robots. I don't know if this will allow us to also increase the modifications of them. City district housing goes up by 1. That could be really good. Wow, these are our amazing techs. The plasma thruster is just great because it's going to be good for all of our ships from a sub-light standpoint. As a matter of fact, where are we at this moment? Best way to find this stuff out is just to look at it. So we're at level 2 right now. So that's going to be the level 3 upgrade, I would at least imagine. You know what? I didn't look at this stuff. Take it. Ship will advance to close range and attempt to intercept the enemy. Ship will charge straight at enemies and try to deal as much damage as possible from point-blank range. I mean, ideally, we actually want the picket here. The question is, what is the range of our weapons? Would be 30. I think we want to do picket here. As a matter of fact, we may need to upgrade our fleets. Come to think of it, because this is, I think, an upgrade. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and do this while we're thinking about it. So that guy, picket versus what else? Line. So they go to 50 range. Let's see what our range is on that. So that's going to be in range of all of our weapons. Okay. So the ship will hold, advance to medium range and hold formation. Or artillery at 80 range. Okay. Well, I think for these guys, the line formation is going to be ideal. So we'll go with that. And then the cruiser, I would imagine line would be the same, because as much as we do have a long-range weapon, that would put all of our other weapons out of range. So we wouldn't want that. So we want line for the cruisers as well. Okay. Then let's grab the anchor. As I thought, we do need to upgrade them. Holy crap, that's a lot of upgrade cost. I would rather build the ship right now because we can afford it than upgrade. So let's do that. We're going to go to Gorham Station. And we're going to build ourselves a... How many cruisers do we have at this point? Anchor. We have 7 cruisers. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and build one more. We also have the Federation cruiser. I didn't really think about that. We should probably look at our Federation designs because we may be able to... Now, this would not be something that's directly in my control, so that is one of the reasons why we wouldn't want to go that route. So I think we just go with the standard cruiser here. But the great advantage of a Federation cruiser is you get to take advantage of the your other members' technology. And I think I'm currently the president, so I would be the one that's in charge of that. Yeah. I'm not sure how much longer we would be president. Oh, we get to see some data here. So they have a better economy than me, but I have more fleet power than they do, but it's minimal, and I have better tech than they do. Okay. Interesting. I wasn't aware that you got that breakdown. And again, I need to... Oh, I almost forgot we have to pick our thing. So again, this is a very tough choice. I think I'm going to go with the plasma thruster, but I I really would like these other techs, though. Especially the housing. Because we're dealing with some pretty severe empire sprawl at this point, and this would really cut down on that. I think we go with this because it's a cheaper tech. It will get done faster. Also, we have big bonuses towards it. Yeah, that was a tough call, though. Those were all good tech. Any of those could have been the right
complete.
do. Okay, so Hicklum just finished City District, which is great. So we have 7 housing. You have produced this, which means that we are producing the rare crystals, which is great. And that means we can eventually start upgrading these civilian industries, which we have 3 of here. Probably I'm going to do it where we're the most short jobs. But for the meantime, we don't have to make that decision because I can't afford the upgrade, I'm assuming. Yeah, we need quite a lot of minerals, and we have to let the rare crystals build up as well, so that's going to take time.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, so we have that done. At this point, we may as well continue. I'm not going to continue to expand. I mean, that's something we're going to want to do anyway, but at the moment, we're still, like, severely behind on minerals. Not minerals, well, both things. We're severely behind on both things, so... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and build a starbase here. Gotta make that Empire Sprawl worse. But this will probably be the last expansion I do for a long time. Teachings of explorers. The MCPS such and such's crew were reporting that they've found something spectacular on such and such. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by the Chief Science Officer is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There is also the possibility to sell them off to a private investor. We get a special project, which may actually curb our science. Where you get 1,000 minerals and 1,000 energy credits. I'm sorry, we need the minerals. I'm taking this right now.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, we've got a couple things happening right now, but I'm going to go ahead and reroute this guy and have him build a mining station instead. And then I'm going to take this. Yeah, of course, we're going to do the research agreement, because that may help us almost immediately. I don't know how good they are on technology and everything, but anything that could help, especially as these guys are leaning towards actually joining the Federation. I mean, they're ways away, but who knows? You never know. Because they really do like me. They're right here. We're going to have trust build up, but we really can't see how close they are to joining the Federation because they're in a war. So we'll look at the war once it gets close to the end of the video, because I'm going to keep doing that so we stay abreast of that. Okay, so the such and such cartel is being friendly. These guys. All right, so they're going to be potential enemies. I hate that these guys are continuing to build up alliances. It's because they rivaled the Gorp citizen state. Well, I don't blame them. Gorp citizen state kind of jerks, but at this moment they're the enemies of my enemies, so they're kind of my friends. Okay, we're seeing the beginnings of some occupation here. So that does seem to indicate that these guys are going to lose the war. Yeah, exhaustion is going that route as well. I mean, these guys are going to get steamrolled. That's what happened last time, and it's going to happen again. The question is, can the Gorf citizen state and their other allies take these guys out while the consciousness is busy taking these guys apart, the Concordant. I don't know. We'll have to find out. At the moment, I'm not in a place where I can really engage in that kind of conflict as much as I may want to. Okay. Not really concerning me at the moment, but it is a slight concern.
Upscaling complete.
Alright, so that was our cruiser production. Okay. Oh, and we do have that minerals now, so is there anything we could do with that? Like, for example, what was I looking at? I was looking at who needed more jobs. Well, at the moment, you only have 3 jobs extra. You only have... Well, you have the most jobs. I still can't upgrade. Oh, because we don't have the rare crystals. We could upgrade here, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to just make the civilian, the consumer goods even worse. Alright, so we still have to maintain our patience here. We're close. This will give us an opportunity to build up more minerals, so I'm fine with that. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Vana here to a starbase, because we're going to need it to be a starbase at this point anyway. Or starport. It's only 180 alloys. That's not too bad. Of course, we're going to need more alloys once it's built, but it takes time for it to build, so... What's our fleet power looking at? 4.7. Okay, microsingularity. A microsingularity recently intersected such and such, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. Okay, so physics research. Not really, you know, anything that interesting, but we'll continue our surveying because it does help to get these anomalies uncovered. Because, as you saw, we can... ooh, these guys, I think, took this system. I don't think they had that before. But as you saw, we can get a lot of resources sometimes that way, or science, or other things, so always a good idea.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, you're done there. So now we need to start making this worth it. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to build a starbase. And then we're going to build a couple more. And then if we get this upgraded... Ooh, tradition time. Yay! Okay. So at the moment, we have unlocked 3 things, and we're currently looking here. So... ship upkeep reduced by 10% and naval capacity increased by 20%. So that could be good for us. We're nowhere near our naval capacity though. Ship fire rate increased by 10% and orbital bombardment increased by 20%. Honestly, I think I'm going to take this. As much as this is probably more valuable for us. You know what? Nah, I'm going to go with this now because it's helpful for me right now. As much as the naval capacity thing doesn't necessarily help me as much because we're nowhere near our naval capacity limit, it does help us with the ship upkeep, which is probably a drain on our resources right now. So that's what I'm going to take. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the state of the war because we are getting close to that time. So looking at things, we've got quite a lot of occupation here going on. So 2 systems there, 3 systems there, so 5 total, and nothing happening over here. So the Gorf citizen state has done absolutely nothing during this war so far, and these guys are just getting their faces stomped in, which again we're not too surprised with. How is the percentage looking? We're at 7 and 11, so it is going more and more in favor of the attackers over time. So it looks like they may win this one without too much difficulty. Now we do not know what they're fighting over. I'm gonna guess it's probably to get these star systems back that they lost. I think it was these systems. I actually don't remember what systems they lost, but I'm gonna assume it's something to do with that. It depends on how badly they get stomped, though. They may be able to get more out of it. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but that may be indeed what happens. In any case, it's a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.